But let's talk about the first matchup on Saturday, and that will be the Ravens versus the Patriots. And so the Ravens came out victorious over their rivals, their AFC North rivals last week. They've beaten the Steelers. And the Patriots, they were just sitting at home chilling. Relaxing. Because they had to bye. That's what happens when you get the number one seed in the conference. So, yeah, and so the real keys to this game, I'm going to say, number one for Ravens is going to be Justin Forsett. If this guy keeps up his running pace, which I think he had over 100 yards last week, he's going to keep that offense going. Joe Flacco's good, especially in the playoffs. He's good, but I never want to rely on Joe Flacco. But he's good. So if you have that good, constant running game, keep the pass rush up.
He has that Super Bowl ring, right? So
yeah, he does. And then the second key to the game for the Baltimore Ravens is going to be their secondary. Tom Brady, and quoted this week, came out saying, "I'm a machine in cold weather," which I just love that. I'm not a big fan of Tom Brady, but he said, "I'm a machine in cold weather," when asked about how the weather will affect the game. And that's true. He is a machine in cold weather. It's one of his best games ever.
He gets colder.
He's a machine. He's a machine. He's a cold steel machine.
Maybe
he's got internal heaters. He's got internal heaters that keep his movements fluid. No, but he is a beast in the cold. I don't know if he's ever lost a playoff game in Foxborough. Well, actually, he did, because he lost to the Ravens 2 years ago. And the Ravens and the Pats have actually been matching up quite a bit in the past 5 years. They've played each other 3 times. The Ravens coming out on top twice. 2 of those being AFC championships. Now, the AFC championships going 1-1. Ravens won and Pats won, but I believe those both were up in Foxborough, so that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, the keys for the Patriots, Brandon LaFell, if he keeps having a year, putting up the production that he did the second half of the season, it's going to be hard to slow down that Patriots offense. And then also their linebacker pressure, because those guys, they can get to the quarterback pretty fast. So we'll see. But again, one key for Baltimore, Forsett pushes them back. Keeps the running off, keeps them off their toes. They can't pressure as much. You won't get that. So, it's going to be a fun game. I'm guessing that the Patriots are going to win. Did I write down a score? I'm going to make up one right now. I'm going to say 24-17 Patriots, because it's going to be close, and I just can't bet against Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, especially in Foxborough. So, yeah, odds are against you when you do that. And then the next Saturday game, we are going to see the Panthers.
I can bet for the Ravens, by the way. I can do it.
Okay.
I can bet against the Patriots.
Any day of the week. Bet against Patriots. All right.
I actually greatly dislike the Patriots.
I think everybody does. They win too much. It's just you can't bet against them because they win. That there's a reason you can't bet against them, because they win so much.
The Ravens are no slouches.
And they're no Patriots though.
Haven't they won a Super Bowl more recently than the Patriots at this point?
Yeah, but have they had the success that they have over the past decade? No. And have they looked as good this year? So, all right. Brendan is picking. All right, you're picking the Ravens. What's the score?
Yeah. No, the score. I'm going to go for. I would say they're going to win 35-27.
Wow. Okay,
no, actually, it's a little bit 30-35. This is going to be a high-scoring game.
35-30. All right. So Ravens. All right, you're picking the Ravens. I'm picking the Patriots. So we'll see how it goes. Well, let's talk about the next Saturday game, and that is the Panthers versus the Seahawks. You had the Panthers squeaking into the playoffs, winning the AFC South, and then just coming out and really putting a pounding on the Cardinals. And that's not the Cardinals' fault. They were on the third-string quarterback, so what can you do? So it happens, though. And the Seahawks regaining their Super Bowl form. Now, you did have the Seahawks win their last 6 games of the regular season, and the Panthers so far have won their past 5 games. So you're looking at the 2 teams, I believe, with the 2 longest win streaks going into these games. So now the Panthers, one of those games does count last week, so that's still pretty good. Now the key to the Panthers for this weekend, it will be Jonathan Stewart. If they can keep up their rushing attack, which I believe has averaged almost 188 yards a game in the past 5 games, it's going to be hard for that Seahawks defense to really lock in somewhere. It'll bring the cornerbacks a little closer, and you might see Cam Newton, go a little deeper to like the Kelvin Benjamins out there. But if they can't do that, they're really going to be in trouble, because The Seahawks defense is amazing. Yeah, they're pretty darn good. And you could even see them run really well and still not be able to, run really bad and still not be able to pass. So, yeah, you never know what's going to happen there. But the key to the Seahawks game this weekend is going to be their wide receivers. They really don't have any. So if somebody can find, their mojo and step up and really be that go-to target for Russell Westbrook, it'll be a long day for the Panthers. So now I don't really see this being a blowout either way. The Panthers did lose to the Seahawks earlier this year, though, 13-9. So I'm kind of guessing it's going to be a close, low-scoring game like it was then. I'm guessing the Seahawks 21-14 for this game. All right, Brendan, what's your prediction?
How many weeks ago was that game?
It was like middle of the year.
Okay, so anything could happen.
It's more than 5 weeks ago.
I'd favor the Seahawks here, but I'd say it sounds like it probably will be a pretty close game.
Yeah. So, hit us up, comments down below. Of course, @WordSmartFace on Twitter, Google Plus, and Facebook. Let us know who you think is going to win on Saturday, especially between the Seahawks and the Panthers. And let's keep on moving. We got more games to cover.